Flosstube Flosstube. My name is Tia and you've reached my channel here at Calm Creations on YouTube. This is my little space where I share all my crafty bits and pieces and things that I've been up to. So as always, we will start with virtual hugs. So we've got Cheryl and Henry, Stitch Roadie, who is Anna, Emily, Aussie Maria, Sue and Darren. Thank you very much for your lovely comments. I do appreciate you coming and hanging out with me and yeah, just hanging in there and seeing what I'm doing. So thank you very much. Okie doke. Now let's get into it. Got a little bit of a pile here, nothing too much, but a little bit. So we will start with my stitch alongs that I'm doing with the Fat Quarter Shop. I haven't done any travel stitching, so that's what I normally start with, but I haven't haven't done any on that. But this is the support group stitch along, one of the ones that I was doing with the Fat Quarter Shop, and this is all finished. So here we have a little cushion. So each of the little bras have something different on these beads. The polka dot ones have beads, and then there's a few with some metallic threads, and then a few that have got all different sorts of fancy bra straps. So I've just made it into a little pillow and put some trim on, and it's all done. So that will sit up there somewhere. So that was fun. I really enjoyed doing that. So that is that one finished. Now the other piece that I'm doing with the Fat Quarter Shop is, sorry I haven't got them out of the bag, the Season 2, A Year of Celebrations Continues by Hands On Design, and I am working on the little October block, the little pumpkin. So let me show you where this is up to. Hold that up. So I've got all the pumpkin finished and all the little jack-o'-lanterns finished. So last time I think I just had a little bit to do down here on the pumpkin, and I've done the little stalk. That's so much fun. I'm enjoying this. So that is that piece. And last week's stitching was Aussie Christmas, which is by Frog Cottage Designs, and let me find, there it is. So that is this piece, and that's what it's going to look like when it's finished. So I did a little bit on that one, not an awful lot. When you saw it last time, I had to finish the H and get on there, and then move on to the C. So I've finished the H and I've done a little bit on the C. So didn't get very much on that because I got a little bit distracted with something. So that is last week's stitching, and then this week's stitching is going to be Christmas 2 by Sarah Marchetti. Now this is my biggest piece, and it's 700 by 500 I think, so it's going to be big. So what I've decided to do, I'll talk about it in my plans, but this is my starting point. So this will be worked on this week. You have to and I'm going to convert it to the Royal Rose method. So that is where that is. Christmas 2. And then next week's stitching, just put this out of the way and go there, is going to be Wouldn't Life Be Great by Lizzie Kate. So I'll show you where I'm up to. So that's where I'm up to on that one. That's probably a better picture, maybe. And what it says is, wouldn't life be great if sweatpants were sexy, Mondays were fun, junk food was good for you, girls didn't cause so much drama, guys weren't so confusing, and saying goodbye only meant until tomorrow. I think that's cool. So that is next week's stitching. Oh, I forgot to do my cards. We'll do that at the end. So that is the plans for this week. Now I'll show you a few acquisitions. I was watching Sarah the Stitching Mummy, her latest floss tube, and she for Halloween is stitching on a piece called Halloween Fairy, and it's a Nora Corbett piece, and you can buy it on the Hirschner's website. So I went and bought it, and that's what it looks like, and I just think that is so cute. So I'm going to be starting this on Halloween, and it says, the magic of a moonlit evening inspires an enchanting fairy to spin her trick or treat message. So if you have a look through there, it says trick or treat, so she's obviously spinning around, and that's her little message. But I think that is just adorable. And look at those, I've got a thing about pumpkins at the moment. Look at those little pumpkins. So I will be starting that on Halloween on the 31st, so on Monday. And I've got this piece of fabric that I think I might do it on. Looks quite blue, but it's grey. Yeah, that's just not going to work. So I think I may do it on there, but the pattern says 1 15-inch by 19-inch piece of 32 count. So this piece measures 14 inches by 21. So I know I'll have enough in the length, but it doesn't say how much border it's going to give me when I need a piece that's 15 inches, so I'm a bit worried about that. Hopefully it'll be okay. We will just YOLO it and see. So that is my new start that is planned for Monday, because this will be the last time I see you until Monday. So happy Halloween. That's that. Now what else have I been doing? Oh, that's the chart that I bought from the Hirschner's website. It was only like $7 Australian. So anyway, right, my family are home from their holiday in New Zealand. They came home late Friday night. So while they were there, I sent my husband on a little bit of a mission to have a look for some Kiwiana fabric. So I've got this little stack that he bought me, so I'm very, very happy with what he got. So he got me 1 metre of each. Let's see, how have I folded it? Anyway, you get the idea. So there's one piece, and then he got one with all the words and all the towns, and so that's a bit of a typography type one. This one's a bit of an old school type one. I love this one. So loving these, can't wait to make something. And then this one, I love this one. I'll open this one out a bit. Those are all the different Kiwi icons. So I can see some project bags in my future. But I've got a special New Zealand chart that I'm going to be stitching very soon. So I'll share more about that probably next week. So that is my fabric. What else have I been doing? Oh, I've done another row on my crochet blanket. Where's that? Must be inside. But you know what that looks like. And then I've done another quilt block for my Christmas summer sampler Christmas quilt. So there's another block for that one. So I've done 5 now. Now when I sew and craft and quilt, I break all the rules. So if there's any craft police, I would be arrested on multiple charges because I just do it. Anyway, that is that. Now, I think that's everything. Nice short and sweet video. It is already 29 degrees. We've got a bit of a heat wave coming through, and I don't cope well in the heat. I absolutely hate it. So after this I'm going to head off and go and sit in the under the fan and do some stitching. Right, cards. Right, what have we got? We have got fears and insecurities. And it says, list your biggest fear. Have you ever tried to overcome it? This is who are you? Who are you? Your biggest fear, have you ever tried to overcome it? I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to think about that one. Right, mindfulness. We have got kindness. Okay, and what it says is, when you notice joy and happiness in another, see if you can feel their happiness and let it colour your own experience. If you feel jealousy or resentment, acknowledge those feelings and try to feel joy nonetheless. Being sensitive and aware of the joy of others can help spark joy in ourselves. I like that, because yeah, I really do. That's a good one. Okay, so that was kindness. Okay, I think that's it from me today. I hope you all have a wonderful crafty week, and I will see you all again next week. Thanks, bye.